Welcome to another vlog. We're starting it with me looking a little unhinged. I've just had to run to the car in the rain. I'm currently in Newcastle and today we are heading to Coffs for the one day and then Byron Bay for the next. It is a 4.5 hour drive from where I am and I have a booking at 3. So I have like an hour and a half at most of leeway today. So we have to keep moving. It is a little bit stressful and I kind of wish I hadn't booked the first one for like as early as possible, just so that, you know, if something goes wrong, I'm not so under the pump to make it there as fast as I can. Currently it's 8:34 in the morning, so yeah. Yep, I better not yap too much and actually get moving, but I'm still looking okay despite being caught in the rain. I did nearly fall over though. I fully nearly stacked it on some wet slippery tiles, like rushing, because obviously I don't have a lot of spare time today and I wanted to have enough time to quickly film this clip. So yeah, I will check in with you guys when I get to Coffs. I'm going to assume the clips are going to be a little bit rushed for this start until I've done the first booking, and then we should be back to normal. So yes, let's head to Coffs Harbour. Fingers crossed there is not any crazy traffic. There shouldn't be, but anyway. Check in, I'm at a little like truck stop. I needed to pee urgently. It was a crisis, and I've also had the remaining yogurt that I had left just because my stomach's grumbling. I am running on time and I'm going to be leaving in a second. There's been no traffic here. It is a really nice drive and it's beautiful, like there's greenery everywhere. The only beef I have with driving out here is there is no reception in a lot of these places, at least like the commute between them. So like Newcastle had reception. For anyone in other countries watching this, Newcastle has reception. Obviously it's like a mini city, and like Coffs Harbour will be fine, but it's the commute on this big highway to get there, and it's like a rural highway. It's not like the highways that we have in the cities. I don't really know how else to explain it to people who don't live here. I mean, I can show you my view out of my car right now. That might be helpful to put some context to what I'm saying. Obviously this is at the truck stop, but you can sort of see the cars going past on the highway, like in the background behind the trees. Recently I just came in off the highway, which you saw those cars go past there. That's the highway there. Came off down here. There's dirty ass toilets and a few spots to get out and stretch your legs, and there is a little bit more of a it's beautiful here. The highway is like literally there. You'll see them racing past, but yeah, enough yapping because I do have a little bit of time to spare, but not a lot. I'm gonna take off again. I'm just gonna put all my trash in the bin because there's bins right there, and then I'm gonna head to Coffs. Currently I think I'm an hour. Oh, what is that spot on my makeup? Oh, I think that is from crying, actually. I think that's what that was. Sorry about that. I am going to put all my stuff in the bin and head off. I have, I think, an hour and 50 minutes, let's just say 2 hours left until I'm there. So pretty close now. I made it. Excuse the bad camera angle. I'm currently naked, kind of like rushing about. And I obviously can't show you any lower because I will lose my bloody YouTube account. I'm just currently getting everything into what I'm going to call like my room, because I've actually got 2 bedrooms here. This is such an upgrade from the last accommodation. I have so much space. It's actually like a full-size apartment. I think the only thing it's missing is a washer and dryer, unless there's one somewhere and I've just missed it. No, I don't think there is, but it's huge. It's really nice. Anyway, pretty much I'm gonna run around and get ready. I have 1 hour until I need to see this client, and obviously all I've done is, oh my god, my stomach's rumbling too. All I've done is shower. Like I've literally just checked in, like parked my car, checked in and showered. That's it. So I need to obviously like run around and check if there's any paperwork left anywhere with my legal name on it, because hotels do that. Check the TV doesn't have my name on it when it's turned on, like that kind of shit. I need to like run around and do. I need to finish my makeup and get changed, and hopefully I will be ready with enough time to eat something, even if it's just a protein bar, before this booking. It's 10 minutes until the booking. This is the best I can do. Very quick outfit check for you. Obviously we're right across from the beach, which is why I think this is kind of appropriate, and it's 3 p.m. So little beach outfit. Yes, my hair is looking rough. I do not have time to do any better with it. It's very puffy, but unfortunately I've had an hour. I've had 1 hour and this is the best I can do. Literally 10 minutes to spare. So we've got the little outfit on. The hair is at least wavy. Makeup is looking better than expected, actually. We've got the makeup going okay. It's just the puffy hair that cannot be fixed. Anyway, that's the update. I will check in with you guys after the booking. Check in. I am looking a hot mess. I just finished up that booking, and I am starving. I had a really good time. He's lovely. I've seen him a couple times before, but obviously I haven't eaten all day. So like half the booking, I'm like, oh, my stomach was like making weird noises. I don't think he noticed, but yeah, really hungry. But I had a great fucking time. He brought champagne with him. I had a glass and a half. I made sure the second one I poured was just a half. Just because I'm trying to like not over consume it. He had 2 glasses. There's still some of it left in the fridge to have later if I feel like it. But yeah, he always does that. He brings a nice bottle. It's been a while since I've seen him, but yeah, it was really good to catch up. I feel like we spent most of the booking yapping. Obviously we did get the main event, but most of it was us yapping. It was a really good time actually. And obviously he was in a rush because he drove to get here, and you know, I literally just got here and was in a rush, so it was nice to kind of ease into things, I think, in that situation with all that drive time. I have just ordered food, so my food is on the way, but it's like 35-40 minutes away. I really fucking need to eat something. Pretty much I'm gonna wait for that to get here, and I do have somebody inquiring about 7 or 7:30, which doesn't leave me very much time to eat and get ready again. But there's something about the inquiries that doesn't seem serious. It's just giving fucking around. He wants an hour, but he hasn't given his name at any point in any messages, even when I asked him to follow ad instructions. And I've now sent through the deposit info, so we'll see if he's legitimate. Maybe he was just not paying attention, I don't know, but something seems unusual about the inquiry. Anyway, I was meant to have an hour and a half booking later tonight, but that has cancelled. So we also have a $200 deposit that we can add on to the total for today. So $1,800 from that booking and a $200 cancellation. So we have made $2,000 so far today. Obviously would like to make over $2,500 at least. So we will see though. I'm gonna go and freshen up before this food gets here, and fingers crossed something else comes through for tonight. Really quick update again. This is my food. I've had to scoff this down so fast. I have a deposit paid for an hour in about 30 minutes from right now. So this is why I've scoffed this so fast and didn't show you guys. I'm gonna have to freshen up and check in with you guys after this booking because there is like no time to spare. I also had poured out, like there was still, I wouldn't say it was a full glass of champagne left. I would say it was like 3/4 of a glass, and that was all that was left in the bottle when I went to check it. So I poured it in to have with this, and I've spilt it all over the table pretty much instantly. And that was like the universe being like, no more. You had 1.5, that's it. So there was literally 1 sip left in the bottom of it, which I had obviously. But yeah, so there's no champagne left now. Anyway, that's the update. I will let you guys know how this next booking goes. He's paid a $200 deposit, and yeah, half an hour for me to brush my teeth, eat this, clean up the champagne, and get ready. Oh, I just need 30 minutes. Oh, I just need a second. I am really tired now. The booking went really well. He was actually lovely. No issues at all. I think from what he was saying, had only seen like 1 or 2 providers before, so wasn't a regular of the service. No dramas at all. Really easy going booking. I think I'm just in a weird mood because I've been so rushed today, and it's just been like 4.5 hour drive, jump out, get ready, do a 2-hour booking, not even have an hour, do another booking. So yeah, I think I just need a second just to like catch my breath and just be like, okay, we are fine. I've also noticed that my eyelashes are in terrible fucking state. Yeah, those are pretty shocking. But it looks like we're just using them for the rest of the day now, because it's not like anything got in them, don't get me wrong, nobody was shooting you know what at my face, but I think they've just been worn too many days now and they're starting to go bad. Use the terrible fucking lighting in this clip. Again, a quick check-in. So since I last spoke to you guys, I had a little bit of time out but actually fell asleep, so I was asleep for an hour. Woke up and I spilled my water bottle all over myself. So I was like sleeping in water. Thank God it was just water and not something gross like, I don't know, milk or soft drink or something. Anyway, I had an inquiry on my phone come through just after I woke up it was an inquiry for an hour and a half. Now, I actually didn't think it was a serious inquiry because they weren't following instructions until like the 3rd or 4th message. But they were being polite enough, so I did give it a chance, and he has paid a deposit. With all the messing about trying to work out the deposit and everything like that took half an hour. So now I only have like a bit less than half an hour now to get re-ready for this booking. I have touched up my makeup and it's looking okay, definitely not perfect today, and I'm going to quickly fix my hair a little bit now, and yeah, then I'm going to have an hour and a half. Now after that I'm definitely going to fucking sleep. I am really tired. I'm going to be able to get through this one, but there is no way I can do another one. There is no fucking way. That drive, that 4.5 hour drive, and seeing 3 clients in the same day has just taken something out of me. I don't know how to explain it. Probably also the build up of everything that was happening in Newcastle and the loss, and then also the fact I've been on tour all month. So your girl is actually really feeling it at the moment. I'm like feeling the pinch, and I don't mean in my kitty. I mean I'm just exhausted. So we're gonna do this one. We're gonna give it the fucking best we can, and then we're gonna get some sleep. We are going to get some serious sleep with an 8 a.m. alarm so we can head to Byron Bay tomorrow. Guys, update, me looking like a potato. Aren't I just stunning? Clearly I finished up for the night. I finished that booking, jumped straight in the shower and like took my makeup and off and washed my hair obviously while it was in there because it needs to be washed at some point on this tour. Client just left, I want to say like 20 minutes ago is how long it's probably been. He ended up being really lovely and I was so surprised. Because obviously, like, by the way someone interacts with us and the age they give, we make an assumption on what someone might look like. And he'd said that he was quite young. So we're talking like, let's say at least 5 years younger than me, okay? But obviously over the age of 18. So I'm expecting one thing, and I went out and I saw him and I was like, this is not what I was expecting. I see this big, over 6 foot jacked dude. He was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. He does not watch this social media, so he will never see this video. But that was not what I was expecting at all. That was not what I pictured in my head when I made an assumption about this person. God damn. Morning, guys. It is time to head to Byron Bay. I'm gonna find somewhere to sit, maybe right there. It is time for us to head to Byron. I'm clearly exhausted. I don't even think it's just that. I think it's also just the drama that's going on. While I've been away, I have had so many people just kicking off at me on OnlyFans. Now, keep in mind, you guys are seeing like how much I'm working, how busy I am. You know, yesterday, 4.5 hour drive, I had 3 different clients. I had it like, I'm not even getting enough sleep, okay? And I have notified everyone on that page that my replies are gonna be slow, and I'm really only gonna get on there like once every day or two to reply to things, and only things that look important, not just silly conversation things with no tip, because I just don't have the hours in the day. I physically do not. And they've been notified so many times, but I'm getting so many of them angry about this, that, or the third. Ones with expired subscriptions, wanting to talk to me. And I'm like, you're not even currently subscribed. What the fuck is this? Like, you haven't even paid for this month and you're annoying me while I'm busy. Like, sometimes that page is a nightmare, honestly. Like right now, I just feel like I want to delete it today because I've just got so many angry people on there throwing tantrums over $8. I'm sure I'll feel differently tomorrow or the next day, but right now I don't even want to touch that page because it's pissing me off so much. This is where I was filming that last clip. I'll go over and show you guys the kitchen. So that's obviously the front door. We've got the kitchen, which I should have closed the blind because my car is out there and I don't want it to be in the video, but there is that. Also got table. The pool is just there, so I'm looking over the pool. Little lounge room. My mess that needs to go in my car. The state of my bed. There is a little wardrobe here. Then this is just like a little boiler room. Like, this is nothing interesting. That was my work room, which is exactly the same as the other room. So we've got that. And then we have my very messy bathroom that is covered in my hair on the floor. Very glamorous. So yeah, that is the little room. So we are all checked out. It was a bit weird here. We had to do our own trash and everything, which is fine. I have no issue with the trash. It's just not what I expect from like a hotel. From an Airbnb, yes, but this is not. It's meant to be like a hotel. Anyway, I'm gonna head off now. We're gonna head to Byron Bay. And I think I need to get fuel on the way, so I'll stop and grab something to eat for breakfast, maybe a sandwich, or I don't know, sushi would be nice, but I doubt there's fucking sushi on the highway. Let's get moving. Okay guys, we've made it to Byron Bay. The drive itself was really easy, besides if you've ever been in Byron, and excuse this fucking lighting, it looks so spooky. If you've ever been in Byron, like where the hotels are, that main sort of city, it's not a city because Byron Bay is like a beach town, but where it is busiest, where all the shops are and everything like that, it is chaos trying to drive through there. I had like a handful of people, at least 3 different people, I'm gonna say it was 5, but I'm gonna say at least 3, jump in front of my car. Now that whole zone is 40, so it's not like you're going fast, but with no warning, looking like they're going in a different direction, no zebra crossing, just jumping in front of your car. It's unhinged. And then pulling into this car park, this is like for a grocery store, but also for this hotel that I'm staying in. And I know that because I stayed here last time I came through, and literally was so flustered last time not being able to find where I was meant to be parking. But as I'm coming in here, it's obviously got a height limit because there's a roof on this car park, right? And there was like a big, almost a combi van, but we're talking like some sort of van that kind of resembles a combi but wasn't a combi van, was going to come in here, right? She's got up, realized she's too tall, and she's trying to reverse out, which is perfectly fine. I'm behind her, I'm literally right behind her. It's okay. But she gave me literally no time to reverse back. She must have assumed nobody was behind her and started flinging back her car and nearly fucking hit me. And I am like, bro, I understand you can't fit in, yes, but you've got to give other people around you a couple of seconds to react, check that no one's behind them, and then reverse. It's not an instant thing, but people here drive crazy. They drive crazy. And walk crazy too, apparently. Anyway, this whole vlog is just me whinging about shit, isn't it? I'm so sorry, but this is just the reality. Like, touring is not an easy breezy, oh, we just stroll in and start taking clients. You know, we have dramas that go on in our personal lives and in the transportation, like getting here, in the commute, that I guess people probably wouldn't assume. Anyway, I'm fine, I'm here. It's about 12:30, I think. I'm not actually sure, let me check the time. Yeah, it's 12:35. I can't check in here until 3, so that's fine. My car's here, we're organized, we've got our parking ticket to pay when we leave. Great fun. Pretty much what I think I'm gonna do, I need to pee, so I might go and do a little bit of shopping. This whole area is like just walking distance shops, and there's all kinds of interesting different things to see, and I can't do anything else with this time until I can check in, so I may as well experience Byron Bay a little bit. So that's what I'm gonna do, and if I see anything interesting, I might get a few little clips for you guys to stick in the vlog of just, you know, what it looks like. I'm sure some of you in different countries are so interested. So yeah, I think we're gonna kill an hour or 2. We've checked in, I can see myself in the mirror. That music was on when I walked in, and like it was kind of a vibe when I opened the door, but it is kind of driving me insane, and I'm like, how the fuck do I turn this shit off? Okay, we've worked it out, guys. We've managed to turn the fucking music off. Byron Bay, they've let me check in. I think it's about 40 minutes early. I did go and walk around and look at the shops. I didn't buy anything besides a Boost juice. And yeah, I'm all checked in. I'm really impressed, actually. The room is way bigger than I thought it was going to be. I've got like a full-blown kitchen. I've got like a balcony and everything. I'm going to show you guys while I have the time now. As you can see, I am looking a hot mess. It is so hot here. As I've been walking around, I'm just getting sweatier and sweatier, so I need to shower. Excuse the fucking appearance. I'm so glad I didn't wear makeup here, because none of it would be on my face now anyway, or it would be all smudged, which is even worse than sweaty no makeup. So yeah, I'm gonna show you guys around before I keep yapping and show you what I'm working with. Over here, like at the entrance, I walk in here, and this is my lounge room, which is actually quite fucking large for a hotel. And this is like right in the center of Byron Bay. I have noticed that the couch is filthy, and it's like that at Like I'm checking in right now and it's like that. So that was not me. But besides that, we've got a full-blown kitchen, which is great. I did grab some more energy drinks and some pasta and stuff to have in there so I can eat that later. There's also a mini bar of sorts. I wonder what is in this actually. Byron Bay Chili Co. Oh, it's all local stuff. Now this is a cool idea. Oh, and look, I could have that for dinner. I'm so nosy. And what is this little thing? Strawberry raindrops. I don't know. Anyway, I'll have a look at that later. But this is a really great idea because that could literally be dinner. But anyway, not a very healthy dinner, but it could be. I will show you my little balcony. Out we go. And then a giant fake plant. We've got a massive bedroom. Like, look at all this extra space in here. Huge. This is huge. Like, what is all this space? And then obviously, you know, I've got this can open up for a bit more light. My view is not anything special. Down there did look over the pool. I'm not sure. I tried not to get it in the clip because there was people trying to swim in there and I don't want them in my video. But yeah, not an impressive view, but the size of this bloody room. And look at this. How cute are those pillows too? See what's out here. It's just chaotic filming. Look down on the street, watch everyone drive past. Oh, and the bathroom. I forgot to show you guys the bathroom. What is this? Oh, extra bedding. Well, that is convenient in case somebody makes a mess. We have a full-blown, where is the light? We have a full washer and dryer, which is so great. I am going to chuck my shit in here because my shit needs to be cleaned. I've been on tour for what, like 4 days now. This is great. I didn't actually know I had this here. Then we've got toilet, a really cute mirror. Like, look at that. That's so pretty. I love that. Shower, nothing special, but I'm very impressed with this room. I'm so impressed. Last time I came through, I paid $450 for a terrible little tiny room. It was on the ground floor. It was like the worst spot to have a room to work from. And there was a big hole in the wall. Like somebody had like punched a hole in one of the walls in the bathroom, like towards the ground. So I don't know how that happened, possibly kicked a hole in the wall. And I didn't want to stay here again. And the client that's booked me again today saw me last time. And I had mentioned to him that I didn't like the accommodation, I wouldn't stay again. And then this time, this was all that was available when I went to book besides backpackers. There was nothing else left that wasn't $700 or $800 a night. Now, I know there's probably plenty of you watching this and you're like, but you can afford $700 or $800 a night. If this booking that I have today is the only one that I get, half of this is going on this accommodation and only half of it is going to me. And that's not considering the part the fucking tax man takes out either. So just keep that in mind. Sometimes it's not worth splashing out on expensive accommodation, especially if you don't have a whole lot of bookings pre-booked and you're just waiting on short notice. So anyway, that's a lot of yapping from me, isn't it? Essentially what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna shower because I look like a swamp rat. I'm gonna shower and I'm actually thinking I'll see how I feel in terms of being able to sleep, but if I could have an hour nap, I can probably work a lot later tonight than I thought I would be able to. I've had an inquiry from somebody to do a 30-minute. He's inquired with me twice, once in 2023 and once in 2024, and never followed instructions. This time he is, but he's being so demanding with what time he wants, and I've said no to that time, and I'm just not vibing the way he's speaking to me. I don't like it, and it's a shitty 30-minute booking, which I'm not going to bend over backwards for somebody booking the bare minimum. I'm just not. I have a feeling he's going to be a fucking handful in person. So I've said to him, look, I can't do those times. I'll see you 8 p.m. or later because that's what's convenient for me. And he doesn't seem happy with that. So whatever. Anyway, my booking for 6 is confirmed. That's enough yapping from me for this clip. I am going to have a shower, chuck my stuff in the wash, start setting up the place, and then I'm going to see how I'm feeling for a nap. Guys, this is what I get up to when I have an hour and 10 minutes to myself on tour before I need to start getting ready. I'm going to eat a little bit of this. It's just a pesto pasta from Aldi. I don't know why I grabbed this. I just felt like having this. I'm going to have a little bit and then I'm going to try to nap. So I've got an hour and 10 minutes until I need to start getting ready. And that was a success. I slept for about 15 minutes. Oh, that felt like such a luxury to be able to just like have a fucking nap before working. Oh, wow, that was so good. Anyway, now my alarm's gone up. Off, I've woken up, and yeah, I need to get my shit together. I need to get up and get ready. Realized I forgot to check in with you guys before the booking. Like, the last clip I filmed was me waking up. Anyway, pretty much I got ready, did my hair, makeup, and did that booking, and now we're back up to speed. So I've got this here. He did an hour, and he actually added on BBBJ, which I hadn't left in the notes. I hadn't brushed my teeth or anything before, if you didn't know, in order to like further limit the risk of HIV contraction and things like that. Sorry, my brain is not working very well. You shouldn't brush your teeth right before doing BBBJ, but I hadn't, so it was perfectly fine. And that meant I made an extra $300. So I'm 1.2 today. I saw that client last time I was here, so he's really lovely, and he's very organized and pre-books well in advance, which we love. So pretty much I need to put my available now on and freshen up. I've got my dress back on. I'm wearing my little kukai dress, but I need to touch up like this kind of part of my makeup because a lot of it is missing, and yeah, get ready to do another one. I'm feeling really good. After that sleep, that was exactly what I needed. My attitude has been so much better since I let myself sleep, and I'm feeling refreshed. And also, like, having a good booking helps too with your attitude. Like, if there's any remaining shitty attitude, but you have a good client, that it kind of gets rid of it. Anyway, I'm gonna eat a little bit of this too, this creamy pesto, because I didn't have much when I was resting before. And yeah, I will check in with you guys when something interesting happens. All right, guys, little check-in for the vlog. It's currently 10:30 p.m. and there has been no messages coming through until one now that I've been talking to, like replying to. It's a bit unusual. Like, he wants an out call to a motel, which is it's not in Byron Bay, it's outside of Byron Bay. It's only about half an hour to drive out there, so it's not the end of the world, and I do have my car. The issue is, like, I said to him, I was like, oh, could I know what time you're wanting it to start? Because I need to make sure mathematically I can be ready and get there on time. And he was like, let's say 11. At that point in time, it's 10:27. The drive is 29 minutes. That's not including me getting it out. Like, the hotel that I'm in, this apartment hotel, it's a secure complex for the cars. So as we know, these things take a couple of extra minutes. You've got boom gates, you've got tickets to feed in. Like, let's just say it's probably going to take me 33 minutes to get out there, right? Realistically, that's, you know, also I'm not familiar with the area, so I might take like a wrong turn or something like that. I would say if something says 29 minutes, I would assume I'm going to be there in like 33. To think that I'm just literally in a second going to jump into my car and drive out there is so strange. Obviously, I'm mostly ready, but I don't sit around in my dress waiting for work. I don't have an out call bag packed with all my supplies, my condoms and stuff in it. I have to pack those things when the client contacts me. I might need to use the bathroom or something before I go. Like, to think that I can be there in just the travel time, giving no time for me to pack anything. I'm like, are you okay in the head, mate? Like, are you all there, or are you possibly missing a couple brain cells? Have you been on the piss? Because it is just weird to me. I don't understand, like, the demandingness of some of these guys. What is so important that I can't be out there 20 minutes after that? Like, what is so important that 20 minutes leeway for your short notice booking that you have not pre-booked in or anything needs to be exactly, like, it's just so strange. It's so strange. I want to know what goes through their heads when it's like, it must be this time, but I didn't even fucking pre-book it. Anyway, I really don't know how I feel. Obviously he could send back a message and be like, oh, I'm so sorry, that's not what I meant. I just meant like ASAP. It's okay for you 20 minutes after that. But that's not the vibe I'm getting. Anyway, we will see what happens with that if I end up going and doing it. Obviously, the longer he takes to reply to that message, the longer it's going to take for me to get out there, because I'm definitely not going to start driving out there without a deposit. I have heard word from another industry peer that I ran the number by when I messaged and said, hey, this guy's acting really weird. Have you heard from him in this area before? She said yes. And she said that he made a booking and an in-call, said he was at the door and then literally was not even at the door and was just messing her about, wasting her time. She didn't get a deposit out of him though. So yeah, maybe one of those that just likes to play games and try to get us like running in circles for him and never actually books. I really don't know. Anyway, I obviously I will not move an inch without a deposit. That's just how it is. Since I filmed that last clip, the update is he sent through a message and he said, sorry, rain check then. And I was really polite. Like I was like, look babe, like the drive is this long. I probably need 15 or 20 minutes to get changed and pack a bag and get down to the car. Rain check then. Can men just like not be this demanding? Like, your penis emergency is not that urgent that we must arrive at exactly that fucking time within 33 minutes of you contacting. Hasn't even paid. I'm going to assume what my friend has said is right, and this is just one of those guys that does not pay a deposit and gets off on wasting girls' time. I'm here looking like a big potato for you all. It's currently 11:30 and honestly not a whole lot is happening. I've had a lot of inquiries that are just absolute rubbish. Like, no, like won't pay a deposit or won't follow instructions, won't give me how long they even want to book for. Just now. It has been a bit of a headache. I just had one come through wanting a 30-minute in-call. And had followed the instructions after I asked him to. He did. But then I was like, could you please let me know what time you're looking at this booking starting? Because for all I know, he could say, oh, I want it at 5 a.m. And I'd be like, well, I'll be asleep by then. Like, there was no time mentioned on it at all. And he just replied, yes. To me saying, could you let me know what time you're wanting the booking to start? Yes. I'm going to assume either off his chops or so dumb he can't read. I'm going to assume off his chops. It looked like I did a booking, but I did not. That's from me laying about. So it's like a minute or two until midnight. I decided I would wait out and see what came through. All I had was one of the guys who'd been messaging me earlier, again being like, and can you send me the link to your ad? Time wasters. Before I go and take all of this off, I want to give you guys the numbers of what I actually ended up making in Coffs, because I don't think I gave like a grand total, and also what I made here in Byron, which has been a bit of a flop today. So on a positive note, yesterday in Coffs, including the, wait, have I included in that? Yesterday, the one day I was in Coffs Harbour, I made a total of $4,350, which is really fucking good for one day, especially considering I had driven 4.5 hours that day as well. So that was a massive day, not just the bookings, but also that amount of time traveling was really exhausting. So that's probably why I'm so wiped today, and I don't think I realized how much I'd worked yesterday. Today, obviously, in Byron Bay, we drove 2.5 hours. We're heading back home direction, so would have had to come through here anyway, but we stopped in a Byron Bay, and I've only done $1,200 today, which is a total flop. 2.5 grand should have been the expected for the day, but this is what happens with tours. And you know, you guys have watched me pull massive numbers in some locations and not so massive numbers in others. Sometimes these things can't be helped, and I can't even blame it on cancellations for Byron Bay, because there was no other pre-bookings for Byron Bay. It was just that one client that's seen me before, and because obviously, you know, the tour was set out as a driving tour, I can't really cancel just one location, because I would have just had a day doing nothing and then driving to the Gold Coast, if that makes sense. I had to come through, and I did have his booking, which is great. We have still made a profit here. However, it wasn't really worth touring out here for today. However, last time I came through Byron, I think I did about $4,000 or $5,000 in the one day I was here last time, him being one of the clients, and the entire rest of that came from one big booking from another client. So yeah, it just is what it is. And all in all, between the 2 days, I'm still really happy with that for a total, because you'd expect $5,000 between the two days, and I've still done more than that. It was a lot busier in Coffs. And those are my totals. That's the honest truth of what it's like, at least for me as an escort. We will see how the Gold Coast goes. We only have one very large pre-booking for the Gold Coast, and by very large I don't mean a lot of hours. It's just a very big money booking because it has all the extras stacked onto it, and it is a client I've met before. I did consider cancelling the second day I meant to be at the Gold Coast and just going like straight home, you know what I mean? But I don't think the accommodation was refundable. I'm pretty sure I prepaid it all at the time because they got a sale. So we're just going to be at the Gold Coast and we're just going to see. Gold Coast is a party location, so they're probably going to be party bookings tomorrow night, which is not ideal when I am on tour, but we're gonna suck it up. All right guys, quick little vlog update while I'm looking like a hot potato. I think it's like 9:10 in the morning now. Checkout is by 10 a.m. I'm pretty much ready to go. I've packed up everything. I'm just gonna do one last lap around the apartment and make sure I haven't left like a cord somewhere or makeup somewhere or something like that. And then I'm gonna take all this shit down to my fucking car because I have so much crap now, because I've also got some groceries and things. Load up the car and then go and check out at reception, take off and head to the Gold Coast, which will be its own vlog. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna split these into like 2 day intervals. So one's gonna be Newcastle for the 2 days. This one is Byron Bay and Coffs. And then the next one is going to be the 2 days at the Gold Coast. So that's pretty much going to be it for this vlog. And I'm pretty much going to head off on my 1.5-hour drive to the Gold Coast. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'm so sorry this vlog in particular was a little unhinged, just a little out of character, out of sorts. My mood has definitely been off since Newcastle. And if you watch the other vlogs, that's not really normal for me. When I'm working, I'm not normally a total moody bitch most days, and I haven't been moody with my clients, but it's just been a lot with what happened. So yeah, thank you very much for understanding, and yeah, I just want to be real when I make them. So I hope you guys all have a great day, and I will start filming the Gold Coast one now.